Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashemi, Hawashai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations into the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashemi, Hawashai, wherever it may be. It's Akim Mahalaria coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. This is I'm going to be uploading from this page here, which is the GMS KC Prophets Salakia 3. Okay, I think it's Abba God, which I think God's the third numbering on the Hebrew chart, so to speak. Salakia if I'm off. Got to brushing back up on my Hebrew a little bit more. But nonetheless, this is the channel here. And also, man, I'm going to put a link to my BitChute account, because I think I'm gonna just start uploading on BitChute, because honestly, man, you know, it's just to the point that you can't say certain things. Like, they took a video down I did, I want to say last week sometime, when it was like about the Draconianism, and I didn't even really mention anything or go into any type of buzzwords, but you know, the algorithm is picking up on certain phrases, so, and you know, they're just labeling it like, well, he's speaking out against this. So these YouTube algorithms are picking up on certain things. So it's just a matter of time for this platform is totally done away with, which, you know, that'll be a good thing, because quite frankly, you know, you make YouTube pages and shit, it's really redundant dealing with Esau. So that's why we're doing different alternative medias like BitChute, etc. You know, and I'm going to start uploading pretty much to that one, because there's no censoring. You can say what you want to say. All right. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna read this here, and you know, we're just gonna be straightforward. We're gonna do the best we can to remain PC, because he's trying to put a gag order on the men of the Lord. But the thing of it is okay, because you know, the word has already gone forth. Okay, the word has already gone forth, and the prophecies are coming to pass. You know, Jake is waking up. So I mean, you can censor how many videos that comes out all you want, man. It's too late for you, bro. You know, it's too late. You're done. You're finished. Finito. You bye-bye, man. You can't put spilled water back in a jar after it's spilled over. It's done. And you only fighting against the Most High, which is going to add more, and it's going to be a harsher judgment to your impending doom. Because the sooner you leave, the sooner you get out of the earth, like we were speaking over it this weekend, the sooner you get taken out, the sooner, you know, life can resume. You know, you got animals. You know, you got animals that suffer. You got trees. Ecosystems are literally being depleted because of this man. And the sooner the Lord gets him out of here, the better. Then we can begin to enjoy life. Because brothers just want to enjoy the earth. You know, we want to enjoy nature. Like, the earth was put here so we can enjoy it. But you can't enjoy it because everything is destroyed. You know, the weather's all jacked up. The animals are bugging out. Okay, you're cutting down forests. You have what they call deforestation. Okay, what they call global warming, global cooling, all these things. So we can't really enjoy anything here, you know, and the times you do get to enjoy it is but brief, because you're back laboring and slaving away for something that don't even profit. So, yeah, man, let's get this work, and let's get this man up out of here, man. His time has come short. He's done. It's time for him to go, you know, period. So, anyway, it says here, they grant full approval to this here. So I'm gonna let y'all read the title. And one thing about the 3-letter abbreviation here, these are Satanist. Okay, I want to say the Z word. You know, want to say everybody know what, you know, Tzion means in the Hebrew, or Zion. You know, that's what these parent companies are. Okay, from the, you know, the DCC to the DAF to the BIF or FIB to the CAI, you know, and I'm just kind of throwing it counterclockwise so you can get an understanding, you know, like big tech and big pharma, you know, Monsanto. These companies are responsible for a lot of the chaos that you've seen happening over here in the West, as far as the obesity, the sicknesses, and so forth like that. So you got to be, you know, careful when they say things like this, because this is going to give them the green light here to go ahead and push forth. Okay, because they stated that once they get the approval for this, then it can go forth and then it can be, pushed on people, saying as far as jobs, getting into businesses, etc. So once it's stifled here, then hey, it's just a matter of time before brothers gonna have to really walk away from everything that they once owned, because it's coming down to the wire. So as I said before, man, the Lord is getting ready to take us off the scene, and I always said that I won't be surprised by the end of the year we probably won't be out there on the YouTube anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just something I said through the spirit. Doesn't make it true, whatever, but nonetheless, eventually we will be off the tube from teaching the word. And once we're off the tube, and once we're off the streets, that's when the judgment is going to come. Because when the prophets are taken away, the warning is done. There's no getting on the ark. You see what I'm saying? There's no getting on the ark right now while we're still out there. You have a chance to repent and to get your life right. But once we are taken off the streets, that's when judgment is going to happen, okay? And you have to understand that. Like when Yahushua warned the Israelites during the time of before 70 AD, I think 40 years after he was crucified, when the Romans ransacked Jerusalem, and the Lord warned them. He said, if thou knew the things that belong to thy peace, but now it is hidden from thy eyes. All right, so after the Lord died and crucified and was taken off the scene and went back to the spirit world, then years down the line, all hell broke loose. You see what I'm saying? So that's usually what happens when the men of the Lord are taken away. So we don't have much time left. So yeah, the algorithms and everything, they're going to continue to press forth with these draconian, with these D measures. Obviously, I can't say that no more either. And you know what I noticed, and Salakia for ranting, but I've noticed that the truth pages, mainly the Great Millstone pages, are the ones that's targeted. Because when I look at just folly on YouTube, I can look at like a movie clip, or I can look at freaking, like basketball clips, or, old clips, or just like cartoons or something like that. These people can speak freely on what the hell they say. They can use so-called cuss words. They can use what they consider slanderous speech. They can overly speak out against this and don't nothing happen. But I notice when on our pages, when we're pressing forth the gospel, even when I'm in the comment boards, leaving a comment on a brother's page, they'll take it down. It won't even be anything derogatory. They would just take it down and they'll do away with it. I'm like, what the hell did I even say? I just said, good luck, get lesson, such and such, good job, keep pushing. These people would take it down, man. So that's how I know that they have the Great Millstone pages blacklisted. They have all of our IP addresses. They have all this shit. They know your voice. Like a brother made a very interesting point. He said that, look, what happens is the algorithm, it picks up on your voice. So they know when you putting the page up and it's already red listed by your voice and through your IP address. That's why videos are not really making it so far. Like I used to be able to hit 1,000 subscribers and, not in no time for real. But I haven't had over 1,000 subscribers in almost a year, man, a year or two, because, he continues to flag my videos. He'll go back 5 years and hear something he didn't like, and all of a sudden he'd take it down. I'm like, dude, this was 5 years ago, before your protocols and your policies were put into place speaking against that. So that's just unrighteous right there. And then when you try to refute it, they usually give you 24 hours to review it. But coming from our pages, they don't even review it. They just deny it, even if it is a violation on their behalf. So yeah, he's hurt, and that's why you won't pay for that. Try to hinder the word. But anyway, it says on Monday, which is today, granted the biotech, what's a good word? I always like to say Vanessa Waters, or brothers got another name for it. We all call it Vanessa, but brothers call it something. I just call it Vanessa Waters, Vanessa. Full approving a highly anticipated move that's expected to boost Vanessa nations and spark more mandates nationwide. So, hey, brothers, it's crunch time, man. As I said earlier, that right there is going to open a door for a whole plethora of mandates that's going to go against the well-being of the men of the Lord. Because now jobs, okay, safety, security, airports, interstate traveling, freaking going to restaurants, bars. All these things are going to play a big role. Okay, and you're going to notice that as these things are, brought to fruition, you're going to notice that your circle of people who you hang around is going to get relatively smaller, because they're going to realize, like, you're not partaking in the propaganda of Babylon the Great. You see, so therefore your friends and so forth, whoever you hung out with, family, friends, cousins or whatever, they're going to notice that you're not going to be so around. Or you're going to be around them and like, hey, bro, I need you to go in here and grab me a burger real quick. Here goes some dough. I can't go in there. Why you can't go in there? You ain't got the such. Nope. And before you know it, why you ain't going to get it? Then, it's a whole plethora of stupidity. Because a lot of people, they're going to fold to this off the strength because they don't have any discipline. Okay, they don't have any discipline. They don't have any integrity or strong mindset to resist all hell breaking loose, man. But you know what? We're going to put our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And I'm looking forward to the test. I want to see where I measure up against this stuff, man. That way I know. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost an anxious thing, like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, we're going to be deprived for certain things and rights and stuff like that, of course. But overall, we're going to be all right, man, because the Lord is going to set up individuals in your corner to, help you out. So therefore, it's good to be on the money and do the work. It's to the point that you're going to start telling people, look, man, we're the children of Israel, X, Y, Z. Everything else is bullshit. If you don't believe it, then that's on you. Give me a link card, damn it. I'll spend it, So, and like the elder Yahshua always say, he said, eventually when we're ostracized, they're going to pass certain legislation to kill us. Okay, because, it's like I said, this devil, he can't get enough. It's not the fact that he ostracizes you. That's not good enough. He needs to humiliate you. Once he ostracizes you, we ain't nowhere to be found. We ain't fucking with y'all. Oh, that's not good enough, man. It's still a problem. We got to find him and execute him. Well, good, because once you do that, that's when the Most High is going to raise up a standard. You see what I'm saying? So it's something that's getting ready to happen that's going to meet the left-hand side with an opposing force. And that's what they call the standard, which means to fly to or to make to flee. All right. It says the federal agency reached its milestone of issuing the first complete authorization of the Vanessa after the approximately 3-month review of the in its JAMA part application for the full approval. It says Vanessa will be marketed as what is it? What is that? Carminati? What the hell does that even mean? Let me look that up. I don't even know what that word means. So look up, what does that mean? Search web. Okay, call now. Oh, okay, I see. So they're going to pretty much call it like a different name, so to speak. Okay, so it's a different name now. I see what they're doing. See, they're trying to get subtle with it, getting slick. That's the devil for you. But anyway, it says with the full authorization applying to the recipients age 16 and older. It says it announced in its release. It says the emergency use authorization will remain in place for those between 12 and 15. And the emergency use of authorization also still applies for a third dose for immunocompromised people. Oh, wow. So, yeah, man, he's on the move. This man is getting ready to make his move. And they're trying to be hush-hush about the 11 and under, because that's really what they're going for, too. But that's just going to end up coming out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Like, they spoke on it, but they know a lot of people are really sensitive when it comes to children. So it's one of those ways they can kind of sneak within the cracks. But eventually, when things get so bad, they're going to start saying, well, the kids are the ones that's at risk, X, Y, and Z. We need this. Like, it's a plethora of articles here that's been coming to my phone, and man, we can just read it. Okay, it says doctor who treated over 100 patients signed dozens of death certificates has a message. It says here, Corey Taylor test positive. I'm very, very sick. It says before dying, mom of 4, I need my kids to get Vanessa. 870 deaths in 24 hours, lowest toll since Friday. U.S. officials reviewing possibility such and such. Vanessa is linked to higher risk of uncommon effects than previously thought. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It says variant travel restriction update. It says issues warning is daily such and such found in Texas, and it's not the you know what. You know, it says all airlines and cruises that require such and such. So yeah, man, they're steadily they're pushing this, they're pumping this in your face, man. That's all it is. They're gonna continue to press it until it's like the people are tired of hearing it, because what they want to do, they want to cause civil unrest, so therefore people can start to bug out, man, and go against the authority, so they can be justified on setting up an opposing military force to combat people and to be justified on putting them to death. All right. So this is the book of Job 13:5. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. It says, ye are all physicians of no value. Okay. So right there it tells you that they're forging mischief. Okay. They're forging certain sentiments that don't even, it don't make sense. It's all over the place, you know, and people are really feeding into the BS. And then you got some people, they just go along and get along. And you got some people that just not having it, man. Like out here in Missouri, I believe that the federal government or something like that, Missouri is trying to pass something to block mandatory gun mandates or something like that, because they want to come at the people's artillery. And for one thing, you got to think about it. Why are they trying to come at the people's artillery now in the midst of all this? Because they know that something big is getting ready to go down. You see what I'm saying? So if it was no cause for alarm or threat, the weapons they wouldn't even be a thought. You know what I'm saying? And that's the worst thing people can do, is give away their defense to a bunch of tyrannical demons that's going to come in and use it on you. You know, because I'm going to tell you straightforward, Esau ain't going to Missouri. He's not going out here, man. You try to come in and get his weapons, Esau is he's going to put you down. Period. And the government knows that. Okay, Missouri is a highly red state. It's a Republican state. Same thing with Texas. I think Alabama, Florida is a red state. You know what I'm saying? And you notice these blue states are going more into the form of what they would consider liberals, which they form of liberalism is wickedness. All right. So let's go here to the book of Job 15, and I'm going to shut it down. These lessons, we getting straight to the point, you know, make the point and we in and out. It's not going to be anything long drawn out. Okay. But anyway, this is the book of Job 15, and I'm going to start at verses 34. It says, for the congregations of the hypocrites should be desolate, for fire shall consume the tabernacles of the bribery, and they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and they belly prepare deceit. Okay, that's a heavy weapon of Esau, deceit in his sword. Like his sword and his deceit goes hand in hand, because that's one thing about it. When you have a serpent, his nature, and he's to deceive, you know what I'm saying? He's very subtle. He's going to strike right when he needs to, because a lot of times serpents are defenseless, man. They're on their bellies. You can step on the head of a snake and pretty much kill it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it gets the advantage over you. You know, same thing like when the snake played dead, when she nursed him back to health and bit her ass. He said, hey, well, you knew I was a snake. You see, so that's his nature. That's his subtle nature. All right. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. Akim, all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shimi Hawashai. And with that, Shalom and the Baba Ball. And I'm going to put the BitChute address in the description box too. Shalom.